Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's midnight now here in Cairo, and this is a new edition of Panorama News. In the upcoming 35 minutes, we'll be bringing you the latest of the political, economic and sports news from all around the world. I'm Henny Saif. I'll be your host for tonight, and we'll start off with the political news, and these are the headlines. President Sisi witnesses the launch of the UN Human Development Report 2021 in Egypt. President Sisi says Egypt will continue its coordinating efforts with all Libyan sides to achieve the country's unity and stability. And Morocco dismantles a Daesh-linked cell and arrests 3 terrorists. Welcome back. The news in details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Tuesday witnessed a ceremony which was held at the new administrative capital to celebrate the issuance of the UN Human Development Report, delineating the performance of Egypt on that front over the period from 2011 to 2021. The President was handed the report titled Development, a Right for All, Egypt's Pathways and Prospects, by both Minister of Planning and Economic Development Hala Said and the UNDP Resident Representative Randa Abul Husn.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi attended on Tuesday the launching ceremony of the United Nations Development Programme, the UNDP report on human development in Egypt for the year 2021. President al-Sisi also witnessed a session dubbed Development is Right for All, Egypt, the March and the Path. Addressing the session, the President said the wheel of development was ongoing amid fighting terrorism. The head of state reiterated that all state institutions were the target of development programs and asserted that the state is adamant on offering services to all citizens, whom he described as the real heroes behind the success of the economic reform program. He expressed his wishes that the next UN Human Rights Report would include what Egypt would have achieved under the Decent Life Initiative, which transforms lives of 85 million citizens. Addressing the event, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli said Egypt was adopted an effective economic reform program. Madbouli confirmed that the pandemic has proved Egypt's resilience, adding that the country had launched more than 20 initiatives to improve citizens' lives. For her part, Minister of Planning and Economic Development Hala Said said the UN Development Report helps boosting development efforts, adding that the country is working vigorously to enhance investments and that economic growth had risen despite challenges. Addressing the gathering, UN Permanent Representative Randa Abul Husn said the UN report monitors the challenges Egypt has faced, stressing that Egypt has shown great concern with environmental issues. And UN coordinator in Egypt, Elena Panova, praised Egypt's efforts in the field of empowerment of women in various domains and hailed the country as one of the leading countries in combating coronavirus pandemic and one of promising markets.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received on Tuesday Speaker of the Libyan House of Representatives Aqila Saleh and Commander-in-Chief of the Libyan Armed Forces, Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar. During the meeting, President al-Sisi asserted that Egypt would continue its coordinating efforts with all Libyan sides in the coming stage to guarantee the unity and coherence of the Libyan national institutions. The head of state stressed that such efforts would lead to the scheduled presidential and parliamentary elections by the end of the year. Such efforts, he added, would also help stopping any foreign interference in the country's internal affairs, which he said only aims to carry out its own agenda at the expense of the Libyan people. The president said Egypt aims to expel all mercenaries and foreign armies from Libya. President al-Sisi hailed the Libyan leaders for their constant keenness to fulfill their people's will and meet their interests with the aim of regaining security and stability, in addition to maintaining its unity and sovereignty. And for their part, the Libyan leaders expressed their appreciation to Egypt's leading role and its relentless and sincere efforts in enhancing Libya since the eruption of its crisis and until now, as the two countries enjoy strong and deep-rooted ties. They thanked President Sisi and the Egyptian people for consolidating their country during the transitional stage through unifying the Libyan National Army and transferring Egyptian developmental experience and expertise to the Libyan side. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received a phone call from his Congolese counterpart, Felix Tshisekedi, on Tuesday. Presidential spokesman Bassam Rodi said the telephone conversation tackled means to foster bilateral cooperation in various domains. Rodi said the two leaders exchanged points of view regarding African issues of mutual concern. President Sisi hailed Egypt's growing cooperation with the DR Congo at both the political and economic levels. And for his part, the Congolese president said his country appreciates bilateral cooperation with Egypt, whom he said supports his country's developing efforts, stressing his country's keenness to resume boosting trade and economic cooperation with Egypt. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry confirmed on Tuesday Egypt's support to Anna Linde Foundation's new leadership that shouldered its responsibilities at the current month of September. Shoukry made his confirmation during his meeting with the new president of Anna Linde Foundation and executive director of Joseph Ferrier Institution, the Princess Rimali. The top diplomat pointed that Egypt offers all types of support to the foundation to fulfill its role and to ease all obstacles to continue its job, as Egypt is proud to host the foundation since its establishment in 2004. He stressed on Egypt's priorities and ideological confrontation in facing negative thoughts, terrorism, hatred speech, and in strengthening communication programs with youth and building knowledge and capabilities. The meeting took place within the framework of continuous Egyptian support to the foundation and its important role in bridging culture and civilizations across the Mediterranean. The Egyptian-Qatari follow-up committee met in Doha on Tuesday to sign a number of bilateral agreements, including several memoranda of understanding to enhance cooperation and coordination between the two countries. The meeting was held by Egypt's Assistant Foreign Minister, Yasser Osman, Qatari's Special Envoy of Foreign Minister for Foreign Affairs, Ali Hajri. The legal committee was also held under the chairmanship of Deputy Justice Minister Mustafa Behibti and head of the legal department of the Qatari Foreign Minister, Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad Al Thani. The meeting resulted in reaching an agreement on the issues of the agenda of the committee and signing a number of bilateral memoranda of understanding between the two countries to enhance cooperation and coordination between the competent authorities in them.